The Joe Rogan Experience.
I don't know. I think Obama's about to give a speech today about this nonsense.
Yeah, even CNN, the front of it is like Obama's challenge, convincing you on Syria. It's 0% of the public thinks we should do it. I haven't seen one person argue that we should attack Syria. Literally.
My mom even said she didn't want to go to war, and she was always backing up all the other wars.
I think people are just learning. It's just we've been horse-fucked for so many years now. We've been horse-fucked since 2001. I mean, that's really hard to believe. It's really hard to believe that it's been 12 years of horse fucking. The whole world's been horse fucked. And at this point in time, especially with this second term of this supposed liberal and ordering drone strikes like crazy, threatening military action for this one ambiguous strike. I mean, I don't know who the fuck caused that strike, but I know Ron Paul says that it was a false flag. Is Ron Paul right? What the fuck do I know? But if somebody wanted us to go to Syria for some other reason and they decided to orchestrate an attack that would force the United States' hand into going into Syria, shit, dude, that's possible. If you don't pay attention to history, you might think it's not possible. But if you do pay attention to history, it's happened. It happened with the Gulf of Tonkin. That was even faker. That was even faker than this.
Well, look, from the POV of some revolutionary fundamentalist Islamic person who's planning these attacks, we know that a lot of people who are fundamentalist Islamic, what we call terrorists, they don't have a problem putting dynamite in their body and blowing themselves up. So it's not beyond the pale to think that in the scheme of things, once they realize if they do a sarin attack, it could possibly cause the United States to attack and unleash hell on Assad. Well, yeah, that's a logical decision to make. And why would Assad, knowing that if he did a chemical attack, it could cause all the gains he's made in his shitty goddamn civil war to go away? Why would he do that? It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
And I think he's a vicious piece of shit from what I've read, but he doesn't seem stupid. And apparently he was already kind of winning that war or making great advances. You know, so I don't know why suddenly he's like, yeah, release the gas that will make it so that we get a superpower to start bombing us.
And who is he fighting against? Isn't he fighting against the Taliban?
Well, it's a mix.
Is he fighting against Al Qaeda?
It's not just Al Qaeda. It's a mixture. From what I saw, there was this. I can't remember. It wasn't on CNN. It was on one of these weird news channels. It was just a conference with analysts talking about what the revolution or the civil war is comprised of. And it's not all Al Qaeda, and it's not all Taliban, and it's not all. It's different. It's different groups. Just in the same way, if there was a revolution in the United States, it wouldn't just be one group. It wouldn't just be the Tea Party.
Right.
It would be anarchists. It would be Occupy Wall Streeters. It would be environmentalists. It would be fundamentalist Christians. That's what a civil war really is just this shattering of people into groups with one initial main goal, which is get Assad out of power. And then that's where a revolution can really suck, or a civil war can really suck, because then the thing collapses on itself and they all start attacking each other.
Did you see that John Kerry used a fake photo to fuel the Syrian war?
I heard about that.
Used a photo of the bodies?
Yeah, I heard about that.
This is the photo. It's a photo from 2003 from the Iraq War of a little boy jumping over these lines of bodies, and he used that in a speech to try to beat the war drums. How the fuck did he know? Or how could he not know, rather, that that's a bad photo to use?
Yeah, no shit, man.
Of course he knew, right?
How about McCain playing fucking video poker?
Yeah, when they were talking about bombing.
Thugs! These are fucking thugs, man. They're talking about evaporating human beings, and the guy's so comfortable that he's fucking playing video poker?
The only thing
he thinks we should go. Doesn't he?
He loves war. McCain's a big fan of war.
I think he's supporting it, right?
He's supported like 7 wars.
Go.
Oh, hell yeah, here he comes.
This is the live?
Yeah.
Look at him. He has to walk down a red carpet. How dramatic.
My fellow Americans.
Hello, President.
Tonight I want to talk to you about Syria.
Oh, boy.
Why it matters and where we go from here. Over the past 2 years, what began as a series of peaceful protests against the repressive regime of Bashar al-Assad has turned into a brutal civil war. Over 100,000 people have been killed. Millions have fled the country. In that time, America has worked with allies to provide humanitarian support, to help the moderate opposition, and to shape a political settlement. But I have resisted calls for military action because we cannot resolve someone else's civil war through force, particularly after a decade of war in Iraq and Afghanistan. The situation profoundly changed, though, on August 21st, when Assad's government gassed to death over 1,000 people, including hundreds of children. The images from this massacre are sickening. Men, women, children lying in rows, killed by poison gas. Others foaming at the mouth, gasping for breath. A father clutching his dead children,
come on, man.
imploring them to get up and walk.
It's better to set them on fire,
man.
like
On
I
that
do.
terrible night, the world saw in gruesome detail the
Check out my
terrible nature
YouTube
of
page
chemical
for more
weapons.
videos.
How crazy
And
is
why
him
the
saying that and
overwhelming
giving
majority
these
of humanity
images of
has
father
declared them
clutching
off
his
limits.
children? Like, what do you do?
Crime against
Are you an
humanity.
actor?
And a
Like, what's with the
violation of the laws
dramatic
of war.
narrative of father clutching his
was not always
children?
the case.
Babies could
World
be your
War I,
baby.
American GIs were
Dead.
among the many thousands killed by deadly gas in the trenches of Europe. In World War II, the Nazis used gas to inflict the horror of the Holocaust.
We must use fire, not gas. Fire,
Because
you
these
hear?
weapons can kill on a mass scale.
What the
with
fuck?
no distinction
They
between
can kill
soldier and
on a
infant.
mass scale. No
The
distinction
civilized
between
world
soldier and
has spent a
infant.
century
Like
working to
drones?
ban them.
You mean like drones?
What about Hiroshima?
1997,
What about the
United
98%
States Senate
civilian rate
overwhelmingly
your drones have
approved
killed?
an international agreement prohibiting the use of chemical weapons.
We set them on fire.
Now joined
It's
by
the moral
189
thing.
governments
Drown
that
them slowly.
represent
Is there an
98%
international
of
agreement that
humanity.
we shouldn't use drones? Because I would think that would
On
be a
August
bad thing to
21st,
use too.
These basic rules were violated,
Oh man,
along
basic
with our sense
rules.
of common humanity.
Rules of murder.
Yeah.
No one disputes that chemical weapons were used in Syria. The world saw thousands of videos, cell phone pictures, and social media accounts from the attack. And humanitarian organizations told stories of hospitals packed with people who had symptoms of poison gas. Moreover, we know the Assad regime was responsible. In the days leading up to August 21st, we know that Assad's chemical weapons personnel prepared for an attack near an area where they mix sarin gas.
Could you
They
imagine
distributed gas masks to their troops.
how paranoid this dude gets at
and they
night?
fired rockets from a regime-controlled
Yeah.
area into
Fucking all the
11
kids he's
neighborhoods
killed tap dance
that the
on his
regime
head.
All the
has been trying to
kids,
wipe clear of
not
opposition
that's just
forces.
one part of it. But just
Shortly after
imagine
those
all
rockets
the
landed,
conflict
gas
that he's
spread,
engaged in.
and hospitals
Mortal
filled
death
with the dying and the
conflict
wounded.
all over the globe.
We know senior figures in Assad
It's really
military
gross, man, if you have to,
reviewed the
like,
results of the
work
attack.
on your speech to tell
The
people
regime
to go to
increased
war.
their shelling.
Kill it now.
You don't want to
Yeah.
hear what he says? I want to hear what he says.
Do you want to keep going? Okay.
I just want to know if we're going to start
yeah,
bombing
he's gonna
Syria.
we're start bombing. He's gonna start doing something.
I think he might say we're going to... I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Listen to what he's saying.
Dictators commit atrocities. They depend upon the world to look the other way until those horrifying pictures fade from memory.
What about us, man?
But these things happened.
We burn. We did
The facts cannot be denied. The question now is what the United States of America and the international community is prepared to do about it.
Oh, you mean France and Saudi Arabia?
Because what happened to those people, to those children, is not only a violation of international law, it's also a danger to our security.
Well, it's cool that the bombs he's going to drop aren't going to kill
Let me
kids.
explain why.
Right.
They don't kill any kids.
No.
That's so
It's like
cool.
two
failed to
magnets
act,
coming together.
the Assad
They
regime
repel
will
it.
see
The
no
bombs are
reason
made
to
by
stop
babies.
using
They
chemical
It
actually-
repels innocence.
It's baby bombs.
As the ban against these weapons erodes, other tyrants will have no reason to think twice about acquiring poison gas and using them.
Jesus
Yeah, sure.
Christ!
Over time, our
weird is
troops
this?
would again face the prospect of
Honestly, if
chemical
we don't
warfare on
attack
the
Syria,
battlefield.
I'm going to get some poison
And
gas.
it could be easier for terrorist organizations to obtain these weapons.
Look, it's a
and
free
use them to
ride!
attack civilians.
You fucking liberal pussy!
Fighting spills beyond Syria's
Well,
Look at
I-
my new poison
These
gas
weapons could threaten
pistol.
allies
That
like
is how
Turkey,
someone who was a
Jordan,
Tea Party
and
Manchurian candidate would react. They would be like, you know, Obama wants to be such a fucking pussy. I had to teach this country a lesson on my own. Because none of those terrorists have the balls to fucking go after America. To keep America strong. I went after America to keep America strong. Dude, I can't listen to it, man. I'm sure that shit's going to take a long ass time, and then it's going to freak everybody out, and it's going to be the subject of
Yeah.
discussion tomorrow. I think it's very unfortunate that we live in this world, and to listen to that, to think that he could be so free in talking about this sort of moralization, is that a word, of warfare when we've killed so many fucking people. It's just really hard to believe. And those numbers that we read off about deaths, those are just drones. That's just drone deaths. The 98% is just drone deaths. It doesn't even factor in how many innocent people were killed in the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq.
But yeah, and again, yeah, it is the hypocrisy that it's okay to kill people with fire. It's not okay to kill people with gas. And this being coming out of the mouth of a man who regularly kills people with fire.
Have you seen the video of the guys, the rebels on the street, get hit by a missile?
No.
Pull that shit up, Brian. They start screaming, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar,
Fire,
Allahu Akbar.
not gas.
What should I search for?
Madness. How about Syrian rebels hit with bomb, maybe? Let's see. Syrian rebels hit with bomb. Let me find out. It's fucking madness. It's a video. Let's see. Yeah, Syrian rebels.
People are all listening to this speech right now, man. We should just be listening.
Syrian rebels almost hit by bomb. Let them listen, man. This is being recorded. It will go on forever. No, that's not it. There's one recent one of these guys in the street, and this bomb. That's not it.
Our troops are coming home from Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Americans want all of us in Washington, especially me, to concentrate on the task of building our nation here at home.
But I have to kill
people back to work, educating our kids.
Oh, our kids.
The owl god demands blood.
Moloch demands sacrifice.
If I don't feed the owl god, he comes to me in my dreams.
And if I don't participate in the sacrifice, I won't get the mansion. They have reserved a mansion for me on 100 acres. I will constantly have... Okay, yeah, this is the one.
A throne of diamonds. A throne of diamonds waits for me at the end of the black tunnel. I must feed the owl god.
Yeah. What the fuck, man? Really? Is that what we've come to?
Yeah. That is it, man.
Now what now?
The beaked lord desires blood. Is so beautiful as words.
How do you spell Allah Akbar?
Let me look at my tattoo.
That was good. That was worth 90% of your butthole jokes.
Bravo!
That was good. You just gained great ground. I can't find this fucking thing. These guys yell.
Some members of Congress have said there's no point in simply doing a pinprick strike.
Pinprick.
Oh, no point.
I hope I never end up in one of his pinprick strikes.
The United States military doesn't do pinpricks.
We're just going to go down there and pinch people.
Even a limited strike
We're going to
will
yank
send a
people's
message
ears.
to Assad that no other nation can deliver.
Yeah, no other nation.
I don't think we should remove another dictator with force. We learned from Iraq that doing so makes us responsible for all that comes next. But a targeted strike can make Assad or any other dictator think twice before using chemical weapons.
How many dictators are thinking about using chemical weapons right now?
Other questions involve the dangers of retaliation. We don't dismiss any threats, but the Assad regime does not have the ability to seriously threaten our military. Any other retaliation they might seek is in line with threats that we face every day.
So we're basically saying they're weak.
Neither Assad nor his allies have any interest in escalation that would lead to his demise. And our ally Israel can defend itself with overwhelming force.
We just want to kick
the
guy
unshakable
the unconscious guy in the face.
Of the United States of America.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Many of you have asked a broader question. Why should we get involved at all in a place that's so complicated?
Yeah, why?
And where, as one person wrote to me, those who come after Assad may be enemies of human rights.
You can write to Obama?
It's true that some of Assad's opponents are extremists.
He'll listen. He'll change.
But al-Qaeda will only draw strength in a more chaotic Syria if people there see the world doing nothing to prevent innocent civilians from being gassed to death.
We burn them, we don't gas them.
The majority of the Syrian people and the Syrian opposition we work with just want to live in peace, with dignity and freedom. And the day after any military action, we would redouble our efforts to achieve a political solution that strengthens those who reject the forces of tyranny and extremism.
Joe Biden beat me at poker. He used to run Raytheon. They sell Hellfire missiles.
But I mean, listen to what he just said. Like what we're trying to stomp out is exactly what we're doing. I mean, the massive amount of hypocrisy.
We should not be the world's policeman.
We should be the world's dragon.
And I have a deeply held preference for peaceful solutions.
Brian, pull up this video. Syrian soldiers hit Syrian rebels by street crossing.
Well.
Oh, wait a minute. That's not the one. I'm trying to find the right one. Oh, here it is. Oh, damn it. It doesn't have a... It has a crazy Arab name to it.
President Putin. The Russian government
this is the video. If you could find it.
In pushing Assad to give up his chemical weapons.
Look at this video.
The Assad regime has now admitted
these guys are shooting in the street, and they get jacked by a missile. This is what they're dealing with. You got these guys who have guns, and they're like, da 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 da. They pull up in a pickup truck.
Wow.
And they're like, we have an even bigger gun in the pickup truck.
Wow.
Da 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 da. They're gonna kick some ass, and watch how the shit hits the fan here, man.
Exciting day everyone's about to have.
These are whose side are we on here? I guess we're on the side of the guys who are about to get jacked.
Who knows? This music
Watch this
sucks.
Shit. So the guy backs up his truck, and they don't even have a chance to respond. Watch. Look at this. They're trying to move.
Jesus Christ.
Boom. And the guy's just screaming, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. Watch that again. Back that up again.
You're actually controlling it.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
How do I do that?
I don't want to go to another fucking war, man.
Yeah, one more time. We did a good job of filling the screen there, buddy.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
All right, watch this one more time. Look, they sort of realize it's happening. Like, look at their body language. Like they're like, oh shit, oh shit. Watch this. There you go. They're running. Boom. Are you fucking kidding?
Hey, man, that's an ethical way to blow people up.
It's way better than chemicals.
That was a beautiful thing. Those guys are lucky.
That was like being killed by an American eagle.
That's like getting killed by a gourmet chef.
So precision. The United States doesn't do pinpoint
for nearly
strikes.
7 decades.
I have
7.
Let's hear. He's about to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Doing more than forging international agreements, it has meant enforcing them. The burdens of leadership are often heavy.
I can't get it up unless I'm killing.
Because we have borne them. And so, to my friends on the right, I ask you to reconcile your commitment to America's military might with a failure to act when a cause is so plainly just.
Okay, let's stop.
He's probably is he the worst president we've ever had? No.
He's the most disappointing, for sure.
Disappointing.
Because Bush was scary from the jump, and he was scary when he was going to war, and he was scary when he was misspelling words.
Yeah,
he was always scary. But Obama was promising, and now he's terrible. That was awful. That was awful. And it was so corny. It was so, it was like watching that show. What was that old show that used to be on JAG? Remember JAG? It was a military show on like NBC or CBS. CBS. It was like, it was fucking real clear. The good guys, bad guys, good guys always won.
Yeah.
Everything was, it was an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger. Sure. That's what that was. And what he just gave us.
What I really love is they try to give the illusion that there's such a thing as a safe war. That's what's really funny. He's like, I'm just going to stick this stick in the hornet's nest. The hornets can't fly over here. You're going to be fine.
There'll be no retaliation. They can't even retaliate. And there's no need to worry.
And it's the same kind of retaliation.
That's Jag.
Oh, wow.
But how crazy is that? How the idea that you could just retaliate, you could do that and not face retaliation.
What if we attack Syria and Russia decides to put missile shields up? Now now we have Obama leading us into fucking World War III against that crocodile Putin? That's scary. That's scary to think about, man.
I don't know, man. I'm so disappointed in the whole way this is laid out, or the whole way this is taking place. Don't do that, Brian. We're going to get flagged.
Flagged for changing his color?
Yeah, we'll get flagged. Terrorist activities.
Yeah,
make him look
we're not
satanic.
flagged, are we?
We're not doing anything wrong, goddammit. I pay my taxes. And
You
I'm
are
not-
doing
not even
something
that
wrong
evil.
if you protest against war. I can't believe you support a man who would use chemicals to kill children.
Good point.
Joe, let's smoke them out.
Yeah, isn't that funny? You support the other guy if you
Yeah.
don't think that you should
Yeah.
fire missiles. Oh, now he's leaving the
Where-
same way he came in.
Oh, my God.
Nice and dramatic. That alone, all of this theatrical shit was orchestrated, folks. I guarantee you there are some people that are involved in this. There's some producers, there's an artistic director. That was a well planned out scene. He walks up,
Yeah.
he walks back. The fact that they do it in this ancient stupid house where he supposedly lives. Meanwhile, he's in some fucking 7-mile thick bunker down deep into the ground, the bowels of the earth where Dick Cheney was hiding all throughout the Iraq War.
You
Remember?
think there's just a metal slide he jumps in?
It's a chute, like a laundry chute. He just jumps in and slides through and lands in the towels and just dusts himself off. And
surrounded by lizards who are like, excellent work.
yeah, it's Batman's lair. He's got Batman's lair. And son.
We are broadcasting to iTunes.
Oh shit, iTunes.
We're recording to server.
Get the fuck out of here, server.